Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Hope you are doing well. Back with another installment for you today. And the main bits that we have will be Tekashi 69, Celine Dion, and Elon Musk, yeah. And of course, we've got some other news stories surrounding. So we'll get into those on the Monday morning Masonic-Media Digest. Alright, let's see what we see. So here we have a Blade audio with Pritai, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Pritai Patel reveals drug craze thug threatened her life. Threatened her with knife on her doorstep. Obviously a life, obviously, but excuse me for the misreading. Give me 1 second. Let's see where it goes. Of course, she's 37. Of course, I'm holding back even speaking about the 223. Of course, Skull and Bones Yell, Conspiracy 51. I think Freemasonry 51 as well, if I remember correctly. Excuse me. It will pop up, I'm sure, in the presentation. But, so apparently she's getting out of a taxi with her husband and a drug-crazed thug pulled the blade. Not saying this shit can't happen. Or did or didn't. First and foremost, we're still with the numbers. And then maybe we can distinguish how real or maybe not. But as I say, it doesn't matter whether the story's real, whether it's not real, or if it's a mix of true lies. It's always sprinkled with the practice of Gematria. As those know that are tuned to this channel and others alike, definitely know, especially again if you're putting the practice to use yourself, you will see results. And you're not just pulling numbers out of the thin air. Excuse me. 1 second. Thought it was a bit tinny when it came in, there's no bass. Okay. So, as I say, she's 47 years old. Government 47, White House 47, authority, obey, judge, wig, gavel, authority. Euclid's 47th problem about how to set foundation. Of course, 4 is to do with foundation. There we have the number 4, and 4 is a representation of death. Obviously her life was threatened, etc. Death's door, number 4. But of course, Masonic compass ticked out 23.5 degrees times 2, 47 to go with the tropics at Cancer and Capricorn. But we'll get back to more of that anyway if you're new here, so don't worry, just hang in. What are you seeing here? So, Home Secretary. Home Secretary with 1. Okay, so let's continue a second. On 29th of March, yeah? Got our current position the same day Boris Johnson got to his current position. 158 weeks on the nose after Creature Features, Theresa May. Boris Johnson equals 158. Freemasonry equals 158. And of course there's much more around it, so just check out the playlist that's there. Puppet Politricks and such delights, there's a few there. A couple of different playlists, but they're always packaged. And 67 days. Home Secretary Pratai Patel equals 133. The 67th prime is 331. So 67 days from her current position to when this came in the news on the 28th of September. Is there a 271 going as well? That was 281, no worries. 281, no worries on that one. Of course, government 52 as well. Reflection of 25. The day she got her position and Boris Johnson. It's also 9 weeks and 4 days, like the day with this coming out in the news has a life lesson of 49, the reflection of that, and it leaves 94 days of the year. Of course, Saturn 93, the only wandering star that equals 93. In Gematria is Saturn, a lot of Saturn worship. Saturn L, pen is mightier than the sword. Don't worry, I'll get back into that if you're new here, because there's some other main bits coming up. But excuse me. Okay, so she's born on the 29th of March, pi 29. If you write out 22 divided by 7, it equals 118. So it equals 118. Pi also equals 16 as well. Does pi equal 25 as well? I can't remember. But I know pi 16 and 29 definitely. But either way, I mean, it's already there solidified. And look at that, she's born on the 88th day of the year. Of course, pi gives you the circumference or radius of a circle, 360. But anyway, again, you know, the 4 circles that make up 88. 360 times 4, 1440. That's how many minutes you get in a day. And both the sun and the moon do the figure 8 over a period of time. The analema, check it out if you don't know what that is. Back to the Future 88, the movie. Home Secretary 74, she's currently 47. Sorry, the advert's coming before, so. Right. Not that you would know any difference, because I was on pause, not you guys. So, Home Secretary 74. Home Secretary 74. Currently 47, as we already established that fact. Need for action became all too clear in her second week when a government worker was stabbed in the street near the Home Office. Did I cover that story as well? Yeah, I think I did cover that story. I'm not sure if I popped it in. It might even be in them playlists with the that I'm going to put in there anyway, so check through that. I'll have a look. I'm sure it should be. Hopefully it is. If not, I'll have to go back through the uploads just to see how regardless if it was real or not, just to see the numbers on it. You know, this is the main point of this. What's being presented here is to understand through the ritualistic, outputting. They're just creating their reality of how they want it to be, or you're now creating it for them. They're just kicking back, basically, in a nutshell. If you don't get it, try and watch the last video that I uploaded via Inner Standing. Right, because I ain't got time to sidebar. I'm just playing around. But onto this situation here. Kid vicious violent crimes, including knife attacks committed by under 10s, sword by 38%. Of course, murder, death, and that sort of stuff is to do with, murder, death, RIP, etc. equals 3883. So here they have, again, something to do with murder and death. Look, RIP 43, murder 34, 34, 43, cancel, death, destroy, etc. I don't think I've got any slides with those today, so excuse me. But if you go back from my videos, or just check it yourself, you'll see Let's use the Gematria. So I mean under 10s. And here, what's this here? Let me get it down there. Oops. In Dorset, let me just read it and then I'll zoom it back. In Dorset and Leicester, police questioned 5-year-old boys over alleged knife offences. 5-year-olds. Fuck you know. I mean, there was a story a few months ago and it was talking about basically nursery baby, like babies in nursery, 2-year-olds got like, you know, I don't know if they're packaging fucking knives in their nappies or some shit. But my point is, surely it has to be whoever brought them there to nursery. Like they don't know what the fuck's going on for them to be picking it up and even putting that in there, to be having that on their mind. You understand? Like, come on, that's ridiculous. So I mean, but again, not saying whether it did or didn't happen, but obviously it's going to be very small amount. But them adding and putting this out like this, it's just extra to the frequency. So then now, you know, for all we know, it will probably start rising now. 5-year-olds fucking, you know, rather than 15-year-olds like in that car the other day. I don't know if you saw that in the sun the other day. The 15-year-olds in the car, 2 boys and the girls in the Audi. And the armed police, if you saying a couple months time, or by 2 generations down, boy, it's gonna be 5-year-olds. Is that what you're telling me? Fuck it out, yeah. Like, don't get me wrong or twisted here. I know it's fucking crazy. Hold up. But if you don't understand the mechanics to the dynamics, then you won't be able to kind of like, you know, reground yourself somewhere, so to speak, and find yourself within all the noise. You know what I mean? Fucking hell, just bare noise and confusion. Just noise. Quiet. So, as they were saying yesterday, and I've heard it before, obviously, you made it be able to like, you can't stop the monkey mind and all that from doing its thing, but you quiet the mind and basically you just pierce yourself through that and be the true observer, basically. So, a lot of this is also down to older gang members getting younger children to commit suicide crimes. Yeah, that's true. That's nothing new. But I mean, are they getting really as low as 5? Fucking hell. Or could it be the babysitter or the kid that's going to go wherever? Like, fucking hell. Because I can't see it being the parents. Like, if that was the case with the other one that I was talking about. But anyway, that's just me So 7, 8, 9-year-olds are stabbing each other on the streets over drug rackets. Oops, let me turn that off in the backdrop. Why did that come out? No, don't worry. I thought it was something else. So, Kid Vicious, 67 and 59. Kill 59, obviously blood sacrifice and baby sacrifice, as I discovered the other day. Equals 67. Check out my upload on Snoop's grandson if you haven't already. Didn't see anything with this. It was something with the 319. That was all it was, to be fair. I didn't see anything with that. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I've been following the uploads you've been following, and I just gave you a hint with what I just said before that. So, where is this now? Okay, something else is coming out. Wait. Okay, on to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. It's an American lady, politician. This is obviously going to be to do with Trump. Right. think this is with. I'm sure it's when Trump said something recently. Is that on the Sunday? Yeah, I'm sure he said something that a lot of people was deeming racist and was telling them to go back to their country. That's what he was saying. Some shit like that. And okay, just note the 35 if I remember correctly. The 33. Hold up. What's her date of birth? So you got the 3rd of January. And what is this? She's born the 13th of October. Fucking hell. With 13 weeks, 1 day. Okay, well, that's making a lot more sense now, isn't it? And of course, the Talmud, 113, politics, 113, illusions, dishonest, not true, bullshit, World War. That's 1003, but it's still the same. Or 1103, excuse me. Drop the 0, perjury, and more. You'll have a slide coming up soon anyway, so. Oh, look, her full name. So this is from the day Trump was, doing his, playing his role. Because they're all playing roles. They're all just pantomime and just chat shit. That's all they do. So, from when he said this to her birthday upcoming, so from the 14th of July to this person's birthday on the 13th of October, 13 weeks and 1 day, and her full name equals 131. When did you get her position? What was that, 3rd of January? You got the 103 there in the background. That is interesting. So. And then government equals 133. The reflection is 331. Her double barrel surname is 67, as you can see there. Right, now go back home. Go back home. That was the quote, or the heading on the paper, or the quote via Trump. The Oompa Loomps. Go back home, 44. The 44th prime is 193. So here we go, the 44th prime. 193. Why is that important? Go back home, 44 is coming up now. From when you got a position on the 3rd of January to this, go back home talk on the 14th of July. 193 days, the 44th prime, 193. So, as I usually say, right about now, what do you say to that? Oh shit. I'm sorry, one sec. Oh shit, 1 second. Just have to double check my finger wasn't covering off the mic and stuff. So yeah, what do you say to that? Oh man, 193. Yeah? Alright. On to this other person that was chiming in about it. Oh, she was upset or whatever. Playing her role. I'll leave it up to you to decide how real the person may be. I don't know, I'm not flying a wall in her life, so that part can be up for a bit of speculation. But the timing isn't, to be fair, with all involved. So Donald Trump 48. See where this goes. Give me 1 sec. And also, sorry, we'd go back home. The reflection 64. You got 46 there. 64th prime 311, like 113. And the other one's born on 13th of October. So what are we seeing? 322, of course. Was that how this started? No, there wasn't a main newspaper bit, was there? That was the other one with the kids, and the one before that had the 223. All right, no worries. So I remember we got the 31 life lesson number now with this lady. This is her birthday, going to her next birthday, mind. And it's a leap year next year. That's why it's in orange. And she's got a numerology of 47. And a day numerology of 67 at the top. That's quite funny. Course, planet 226, Saturn 200. Oops. If you write out 223, it equals 93, like Saturn. The only wandering star in Gematria that equals 93. So, okay, on to Celine. This is a good one. Celine Dion Tour crew member electrocuted during show setup, yeah? So this is coming out on 28th. We'll get to the actual day that it happened on the 2nd. This is for her Courage World Tour she's currently on. So note the 504. Keep that in mind as we go through the slides. So, this is via page 6. He was electrocuted on Tuesday at the Bell Center. Fucking hell, Elohim, Lucifer. You know, like the electricity lightning bolt. And he's at the bell. Fucking hell. That's why the churches have the bell for the chiming on the hour. Ah, man. I'm talking of bell. There's a bus route. Where's the bus route again? It goes to near Catford, but anyway, it's Bellingham. It's the number 47 bus. That's just hilarious. Time 47. I think B's 47 as well, right? B's 47. Right. So he was electrocuted on Tuesday at the Bell Center while climbing in the rigging 50 feet above the stage. A tipster told them. Okie dokie. Hold on, it's probably going to go to adverts in the background. Oh, I was right. Okay. Is that recording? Yes, recording now. Good. Right. So, Celine Marie Claudette Dion equals 54. What was the time? 5:04. Alright. So, 5:04. We'll wait and see what else we see. Electrocuted. Not sure where that's going yet. Give me a second. So we've got 67. That got sacrifice. Alright, give me 1 second with that. Give me 1 sec. So 5:04. Now, she's born the 30th of March, yeah? 30th of March. And both life lesson numbers. You've got you got the 72 for the day numerology, a life lesson of 45. So this is for the day it happened on the 24th of September. It's almost a full house, top to bottom. It's almost a full house, top to bottom. And that's past the days left of the year. Down to the bottom, almost. It may as well be, to be fair. So, that is very interesting. Again, Ritual 27, Club 27 with the celebrities. Ritual equals 27, 54, 81. And look at the reflections with the numbers as well. 267, 276, 98, 89. You know they love their duality stuff. There it is, Ritual 2745. Excuse me, not 54. Same difference anyway, so. And 81. Celine Dion 180, like 81. 18, excuse me, reflection at 81. So tour crew member, yeah? Equals 179. 179. Also, it's in the news on the 28th. They got 82 for a tour crew member. The reflection of 28. But anyway, that's not a main. So just keep that 179. Because from her birthday to when it happened is 179 days. So remember, we got literally the full ding 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 with the top to bottom. Yeah, with the bingo, Gematria, Gematrix, and then 179 days. And then they are talking about tour crew member electrocuted. Yeah. So electrocuted 67. Right, where are we going now? Oh, to her next birthday. To her next birthday in 2020, from the same day, the 24th of September when it happened. Yeah, going to her next birthday in 2020, 30th of March. 6 months, 7 days. Electrocuted 67. Dub plates like that, man. Wow. It's incredible. He was electrocuted on Tuesday at the Bell Center. Oh yeah, I read that bit before. Okay, saying that he survived, so he didn't die. He was thrown off the rigging, dislocated his shoulder, but was caught by a safety harness. Thank fuck for that. And survived. Bell Center 42, Saturn 42, Jesuit, Zionism, Freemason 42. What else is there? Anything I'm missing? I think we're clear. I'm ready to slide. Oh, hold up. Oh no, I wrote it twice, electrocuted. See the 131, I was like, Okay, Dion 42, Bell Center 42. We just went through the Saturn, Freemason, Zionism, Jesuit 42. Also, that 10 days thing. The 10 days thing. Now, okay, her tours got basically. Something's wrong with her throat apparently, and obviously this just happened. And then they're saying that the tour is going to continue from the 4th of October, and that's 10 days from the accident. Like we had the 10 days with Snoop Dogg with the baby, but obviously if you start paying attention, then you notice they do have this 10-day ritual thing. As I say, I do suspect maybe that, as I said before, the One Direction, Louis Tomlinson, he probably came out 10 days after his sister died. So check out that in the playlist. So, was there a 59 somewhere as well? Hold up. No, it wasn't a 59. Okay, I was just double checking through the 277. That's the 59 prime 277 anyway. Not that he died, but just kill. Okay, so 10 days. Oh, 10 days. And when it starts back, the life lesson is 26, which is quite a big number. I'm sure God 26. 26 letters in the alphabet. Can't remember the rest just this second. And look, as well, the numerology of 33. She's born on the 30th of March, 33. But anyway, 10 days, if you write it out, equals 101. The 26 prime. Of course, death 25, 38, and then the obvious relationship for time again with 38 and 88, excuse me. And then we've got 5 months, 25 days. This is 1919 with her birthday to when it happened. So, there's that 25 for 10 days. Oops. So Ritual 27, this is from her birthday to the 4th of October. Ritual 27, bang on the nose, 27 weeks. Perfect. There's the bit I just said. Sometimes I see stuff and I forget that I've kind of already got it planned out, slightly planned, because I've gone through it, but it's all good. So again, 10 days, 101, the 26 prime, at the 26 life lesson number. We got the tour crew member 179 days from when the show starts again to her birthday next year. Oh, but if you've been paying attention, so now, fucking hell. So you got the tour crew member before, right? We just had it from her birthday to the incident, yeah, 179 days. And now we discover from when they start the tour again, when it starts back up on October 4th, yeah, in a few days, whatever, to her next birthday, it's 179 days, just like it going up to the situation. Tour crew member 179. Shit like that, man. There it is, right there at the bottom. So what was I starting to look at here? Lucifer's Light 76, the Reflectionist 67, because that's in the same cipher as Electrocuted. Lucifer the Light Bearer 121, like Revelation and stuff in the Bible. And that is quite interesting, to be fair. Fucking hell. Alright. Lucifer 38. What was it? 10 days was 38. And I think 43, if I remember correctly. 74 in there. Masonic 115. That is interesting. So Courage. Have we seen that yet? Courage? That must be coming up. Courage World. Oh no, don't worry about that. I messed that up by accident. Courage is 34 anyway. 38. 119 All Seeing Eye. Star of David. Star of David. All Seeing Eye. Saturn 119. And then we got some Kia David numbers up the top, just above. Courage World Tour. 81 Ritual, and then Ritual 81, and then you've got Kia David 216 is in there. Again, Celine Dion 54, which that's how we started with. The time was 5:04. Ritual 45. A source close to Dion told us a local guy working on the crew was electrocuted. It was a little shock. He's out of the hospital and doing okay. It's ironic that it happened the same week she got sick. So, Dion's expected to resume her tour on October 4th. Note her funky, not too good clothing line she's got going on. What is it? New something? It's come like some CERN and UNOS. CERN, smashing all the particles together. LHC. Anyway. Okay, onto this. This was September 27th. Well, I think the date struck around. I don't think this one was that solid maybe, but let's just see what I was seeing anyway at the time. So 86-year-old woman assaulted at nursing home, son says. Alright, so 603. It's disgusting, that is, man. Revelation 149, 149. Care Home 68, Reflection at 86. Excuse me. .603 Benny Gomez 36. Alright, hold on, let me go forward a little bit. Let me start seeing if there's any main ding dings there. So I can try and cut the fat of the recording time, and for those watching a little bit. Hold up one sec. Okay. So 148. What is that there? Care home 148. Because that's what they're just called in general, care home. The place itself 148. I don't think there's anything of significance though, to be fair. Let's move on. Only the 603. She said that she's being what? Did it say something about 9,000 times? Where was it? I don't know if it was 9,000 individual hits or no, I can't remember. 1 second anyway. 603. Excuse me on this decode on this part of the So here we are now on the 24th. As I say, this wasn't a main one, but okay, broken and bloody, sanchez. Okay, so is this the same one? Okay, this is the same one, broken and bloody, 86-year-old. I'm sure I've got another one that I'm sure that I cover as well. Oh man, what was it? I told it to my sister earlier. Right, bear with me. It does go back to that. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, I was trying to look to see if I'm not sure if I accidentally took it off by accident, or if I did it in one last upload, but I don't think I did. I might have accidentally deleted. Basically, I took off a whole chunk of stuff that I've already done and uploaded, so delete all the slides. But anyway, I'll get it up for the next one, but I can say a tiny bit. Basically, in the Sun, they had it's called OAP, abuse, yeah? And they're saying that the woman, what was it? I think she was dangled by her ankles or something like that in the care home. But anyway, saying that she's 101, and saying her daughter's 26 years old. So straight away I was like, okay, 26 prime relationship and that. And it's a Sunday. I'm sure it came out yesterday, the article. But OAP abuse equals 26. Yeah. Oops. Oh yeah, I just found it. I found it. I didn't delete it. It's coming up. Okay. So yeah, we didn't see much there, to be fair. And as I say, man, people that take those jobs and do that, it's just ridiculous, man. Like, what the fuck is that about? Seriously. I want to hope that you can you're able and that and shit when you're if you get to such and such an age. Or even if you don't get to that age and some shit may happen to you and you're fucked up, you've got some kind of dementia shit, you're fucked up and you need somebody to wipe your fucking ass. You understand? And you can't talk properly, or you can't remember shit, and and you don't mean to be being that way. Do you know what I mean? So as I say, don't take the fucking job if you're not gonna look after the people properly. You fucking wrong bastards. You understand? Fucking cunts. That's even too much of a good word for you. You just fucking scumbags. Fucking. Alright, so onto this one, but we are gonna go back to the one that I was just saying, yeah, that I thought I deleted. So really shaken. Can't remember how strong this one is either, but don't worry, Elon Musk is coming up and Tekashi 6ix9ine. You don't want to miss those two. Is that 2.5 mil? Lauren Simon saying that she got robbed at her house, burglarized, or I think it was on a doorstep. One of the two. I couldn't find their birthday, and I had to guess what Saturday they was talking about, because it was last Saturday. How did they say it? The way they worded it, and it was the article came out on the Sunday, and I was like, well, can't be yesterday, so it must be the week before. But as I say, didn't see too much. Yeah, I didn't see too much on that. So, alright, we're gonna see here. Okay, so this is Drake gets his freestyle ruined, and 1.1 million views, and I swear this person's got a ridiculous amount of subs. But my point is, the Drake curse equals 213. Just check out my Anthony Joshua playlist, and it will have, you know, a nice bit of intel in there about that 213. And much more things around that. So I'm trying to think of the other tidbits for it, but let me just move on with the slide before I start the brain fart zone. So here it is. OAP abuse. Widow, age 101, broke both legs and died after rough care workers swung her out of bed by her ankles. Like, fucking hell. Yeah, really? Rest in wholeness, anybody, you know, affected and having to transition with that kind of madness. Right, let me get to the bit where you kind of already know where it's going anyway. So the 26 prime, 101, OAP abuse, 26. Exactly. Emily 26, that's her name. Emily Sims, couldn't see much there. What was the post time? Sorry, excuse me. 11 minutes past 6. Alright, never mind. But yeah, as I say, you can see this is what they do. So this is somebody's remark, etc. Went through this sort of stuff, and then look how they use these numbers to amplify this type of, you know, low frequency. You understand? This came out on a Sunday, this news. 30 and 33. Sunday equals Sims equals 30 and 33. 101 years old equals 260. If we're at 101 years old, it equals 260, like 26 prime. Ooh. It was 611, right? So 611, execution, 611. But anyway, again, the matching. 611 on the time. So they emphasized the word rough. It was on, and then coming out with it on Sunday as well. Sunday 33, rough equals 33. Sims equals 33. Rough 21. Did I mean to click that one? Excuse me there. Rough 21. No, maybe not. Don't worry. Not sure about that now. Got Alan 56. What am I looking at? Excuse me. Nah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. Hold on. Have to get a quick juice. Right. As well as. Right. So, assistant care. So I'm just trying to catch some of the highlight points here. Alright, assistant call footage of Emily filmed on an iPad by her 80-year-old niece. What? Is this a different story? Okay, so this is another story now. This is another story. So here's another story. This is about Beryl Allen, who has since died of natural causes. Excuse me, I'm getting older. Was it rough with okay, I don't know if this is the... No, that was the care worker. Excuse me, that is the care worker. So the care workers died. Excuse me. Alright. So OAP abuse, 80. 8-year-old niece. Excuse me if I said her niece was 26. 8-year-old niece. I might have said that by accident when we got to the situation, but rectified and amended, so excuse me if I did. But anyway, we understand the 26 and the 101 years old, OAP, we know that, of course. And then, the daughter, the granddaughter is 80. Excuse me, do you know why I think I might have said that? Because that's what I said to my sister earlier. I'm going to have to tell her to watch this video. Or I'll explain it to her easy in 2 seconds on a WhatsApp. But anyway, OAP abuse, 80, like the age of her granddaughter. Sheila, who's this one now? Sheila, 69, 66. No, it's not. Don't worry. Chatting rubbish. Okay, no worries there. I'm not sure. No, I'm not sure. Rough 69. Sheila Hadley. Who is this Sheila Hadley? Oh, that's Denise. That's Denise. That's Denise. Excuse me. So she's the one that filmed the rough. Yeah, see. So she's the one that filmed, the rough abuse, etc. And you see how it's matching up. See. Right, so rough 69 and 66, just like her niece's name, Sheila Handley, equals 69 and 66. See? All comes together. Right. What's this one now? I'm not sure again how tight or solid it is, so we'll just see. Well, actually, it's not that it was that tight, but that 319 popped up again. And, the first thing they say, literally the first thing they say, after saying dead cold, airy freeze, dried bodies including baby that was buried alive 500 years ago in North America, best preserved mummies, etc. But again, remember, what was the name of the song by the Dells with the Snoop Dogg story? We had the 319 days. I'm sure it came up twice on 2 of the durations with the date or something like that. I can't remember what it was now. And the song equals that as well in Gematria. That's what started to draw me some attention to it. So that's why I was like, huh. And again, this story came out yesterday on Sunday, yeah? A day that leaves 93 days of the year, and it's Sunday. Baby Jesus and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's where my mind slightly kind of goes, but not that much, but because I'm trying to get more know-hows if somebody leaves certain comments or something, or if I come across something, then just trying to piece what you can together at times. So again, here it is. The love we had stays on my mind. 319. Like we have 9:13 on the clock there with this time of the story, and then this is the date. As I say, I did her birthday. Shantae Brudos, Snoop's wife, is the 30th. So this was a mistake find when I first did 319. And then I realized, oh shit, and then I corrected the date, but then when I put in this name of the song, it came back, and then that's when I was like, oh my god. Yeah, and then it popped up again. So, and now it's popping up again and again and again. So, check that out if you haven't seen it for the fullness. What is that now? Oh yeah, so that date is from the day after her birthday to when the son's born, yeah, which was the 15th of September, Snoop's grandson. Yeah, she's singing this on the 27th, mind, on, I'm sure it was the 27th of September, yeah, and that's when people was first starting to know blah 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 what was happening, or what happened. Again, Club 27, Ritual 27, so again, we had that date duration from, let me go back, excuse me, from the mistake date, but it's the day after, because they do that as well once you understand how they play with this. And 319 from her last birthday in 2018 to the birth. And then Snoop had what's his name on his show? What's his name? Nipsey Hussle. 2nd of July, Ritual 27, Club 27 again. And that was in 2013. Def 213, Nigga 213, Black History Month 213. But anyway, we're not going fully down that road right now. But 3 months, 19 days between that day and Snoop's birthday. See? That's very interesting. So, okay, and man, is it Society of Jesus equals 78? Remember, this is coming on a Sunday. Society of Jesus and like the Jesuits within the Catholic Church and all that sort of shit. Sounds believe it was where like. Okay, on to, and I made a bit of a tiny mistake, so you're gonna have to excuse me. Tiny mistake, but it's still very relevant considering it does happen sometimes when you quickly type something, or even with the date, you might make a mistake and then you realize, oh shit. So it could be another one of those moments, just like with 319. So Star Tours. Basically, I accidentally wrote flipping Space Tours for a few slides. So excuse me. So anyway, Elon Musk back with the buffoonery, the CGI. Obviously, it's a mix of a little bit of real stuff and then CGI, then the cameras that are always facing to Earth, and then change from one camera to the next with the most shittiest. You know, who wants to see the back of the thruster? We want to see going out there, and we don't want to see some bullshit CGI. And when you let this thing off, we don't want to hear you in the press conference 2 minutes later say, you can tell it's real because it looks so fake. Like, really? I mean, who gets away with shit like that? The man pretends to put he pretends to put a mannequin in a car into space, into orbit. Oh my god. You can even tell from the crowd. Yeah, so you can even tell from the actors. Like, I mean, if you can't tell them people that they have cheering and that, just look at them when they cheer. Hey, woo! It's just so fake. Oh my god. And then the shots of when they show it re-entering the earth, and it is just so fake. It's unbelievable, and people really buy that. And this is why they give you films like, you know, what's that new one with Brad Pitt? You know, they try and do damage control with First Man. Gravity. Oh my god, really? Oh my god, just remember 1,000 miles an hour, orbiting at 66.6 thousand miles an hour, corkscrewing following the sun on the arm of the Milky Way at 550,000 miles an hour. Really? Fucking hell. Just go on J. Tolan Media's channel and you will see if you use a infrared camera lens, it cuts through the atmosphere, so your horizon line basically goes further back, and then you start seeing for thousands of miles. So what happened to your whole Pythagoras and Copernicus and all the rest of that shit? I mean, if it was there, fan-fucking-tastic, you know? Great. But it's not. Fucking been lying. You know? Sapping up people's energy, time, keeping them in some crazy matrix. But do they give you enough for you to realise? I mean, they do put a lot of seeds and subliminals there. They do put a lot there, but they're not giving it to you in a way, because basically, as I've been saying, it takes you out of your vigour of it in your mind's eye, whether you realise it or not, for the most part, for the masses anyway at this point. Obviously things can change. So anyway, let's continue with this. Space 28, he's born on June 28th. Elon Musk. Sure, NASA 28. Don't worry, we're going to get to some slides in a second. So here he's got the new SpaceX Starship, yeah? He's going to be giving private round trips. Has anybody really ever seen the dark side of the moon? Have you seen the bullshit that they do? They even pretend to give you a special shot recently. Who pretended to go up there? Was it China or somebody? Oh, when you see the actual footage of the shot that they're trying to say, yeah, that is the other side. That's just so fake. Come on, pack it in. Oh my god, I've never seen, every conceivable angle, planes, boats, and cars and people upside down. I've never seen it, and you never will. Water finds its own level. It's very simple. Basic carpenter tool. Fucking hell. Bubble, leveler. Fucking hell, man. So amazing, yeah. Like, just how easy people can just be like, and just allow themselves to be cast in a kind of bubble, and like everything's telling you, like a wake up call in so many angles. The spray in the skies, the this, the that, the other, the food, the this. You know what I mean? It's like, what does it take? At this point, it doesn't even matter if you had it in a TV show. It could be packaged in your favorite show. Yeah, they still wouldn't give a fuck. But they would get it, but only care about it within the show and the characters within the show. And obviously this has been done because we've had films and TV shows pertaining to all the time. It's a bit crazy. So, apparently it's going to launch in a few weeks. Heard that before, but again, they're coming with a lot of CGI and visual sorcery. Visual sorcery. Okay, so this post as well, that the articles between yesterday when he spoke about it, he came out with it, and today. So obviously you got 93 days remaining yesterday, Ritual 27, Scottish Rite 57, is Conspiracy 57 as well? Can't remember. But Conspiracy 51 with a life lesson on this side, definitely. That's fact. Freemason 58. And of course, oh man, what was that one I said was 78? Something to do with the Catholic Church. Oh man, shit. Fuck it. Excuse me. So Space 28 is born on the 28th. NASA 28. Here we are dealing with space. If you don't think that all these space agencies are really just one body, think again. And you must always realize, that how can this happen? Well, because things are compartmentalized, much like how they've trained people's brains to be also, so they can't find any wholeness and completion to the puzzle, or get together to start fitting the pieces and work, common unity, community, so to speak. Alright, sorry. So, NASA 28 and 17. NASA 28, Space 28, excuse me. Alright, Space X, I haven't seen anything with that, so bear with me as we go through the slides. Right, so we've done that, 28. Lost Government 52. And also, it's the 30th. Well, it moved on to today, innit? Because it did it from yesterday's, wasn't it? The dates. Yeah, 29th to the 30th. Alright, anyway, 30th Prime 113. It's Talmud. Of course, mainstream green screen 113. The number for deception and lies. Politics 113. Not true. Dishonest. Bullshit, not factual. Perjury. Alright, what is this? Excuse me for 1 second. Space 17, Elon 17. Space 44, Musk 44. He's got a video here for 2 minutes 17 seconds. Of course, that's equals to 137 seconds. Equals 33. NASA equals 33. Oh, I put accidentally Space Tours instead of Star Tours, but bear with me because it gets interesting either way. So 137. Elon Musk 38, like Space Tours is 38. Elon Musk 38. Mate. 78 launches. What is it called again? Something of the Catholic Society? Catholic? Oh man, I can't remember. When it comes back to me, I'll write in the comments. But 78 launches. And do we have a life lesson or a day numerology of 78 at the top? Sorry, let me go back. One was probably going to come up, but still, I'll slide. 78. You may not have seen it because I did move that pretty quickly, but it was 78. Okay. Aries showing it off, or this is like the prototype before they bring it out, I think in the coming weeks or whatever. On 28th. Alright, Space 44, was it Elon 44? Anyway, a reflection of the prime relationship. 44th prime 193. It's 39 weeks and 1 day to his next birthday from this announcement, and his next birthday has a life lesson of 38. SpaceX 32. You got a day numerology at 32 there. Right. Yeah, 44th prime 193. Space 44. Hold up. Yeah, that's right. So Space 44, 44th prime. We are going to get to the correct one because I know it is Star Tours. Anyway, 83 Space Tours from this announcement, or from it being in the mainstream. 8 months and 30 days. And remember, he's got the life lesson at 38 for next year. And numerology of 54, going with the ritual, because I saw it was the 272nd day. Ritual 27. Right. Ritual 27 and hold up. Weeks, that was highlighting within weeks that he's going to, test run it or whatever. Week 63 and 27 and 72 and 18. Of course, Ritual 27, 81, and the Key of David 63. So, Star Tours, I should be having it correct by now, surely. Right, Moon 57. Moon 57. And 51, Mars 57 and 51, because that's where the tours apparently going to be. You may even see what's his face, mannequin man there. What's his name? Starman. Key of David 51, like Conspiracy 51. What's his face is currently 48 years old. Elon Musk, I'm sure it was. Key of David 48. Conspiracy 57 and 51, like Moon and Mars. See, it's all coming together. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's just popped into my mind. Who termed the term conspiracy was the CIA. I'm sure they established themselves in 1968. CIA equals 68. That's why it was established in 68, no doubt. Not the other way around. Well, it could have been, just don't worry, you know what I'm saying. Without getting into all the variables. Right. SpaceX Starship unveiled. built to carry crew and cargo deep into space, then return to Earth. But then, how come the NASA's saying that they can't get past what is it? Earth's low orbit and the Van Allen belt, basically, yeah, of radiation. And you've got Don Pettit, the NASA guy, that will come out and say, you can see him say it, and he says, to go back to the moon, we destroyed the technology. It's a painful process to build that technology again. Who says shit like that? Who can get away with that? Oh my God. And they're teaching you, brainwashing you with all the fucking, like, you know, bullshit programs that they will have about space. Just chatting shit. Just bare bullshit. Check out a great upload via Brother Sanchez, but it's on his other channel called Flat Power TV. I'm sure I've got it in the playlist somewhere. I'll put it in the description. But if you haven't seen that, you have to see that one. It's called What the Fuck, WTF, What the Fuck is Hyperspace? I think it's called Flat Power TV verse What the Fuck is Hyperspace. It's a brilliant entry. Big up, Brother Sanchez. Oh man. So SpaceX Starship 83. Huh. SpaceX Starship 83. So remember I had my mistake with the space tours, but it's Star Tours. But anyway, we're going to get back to that in a sec. So 83 with SpaceX Starship. Again, 8 months and 30 days to Elon Musk's next birthday, and he's got a life lesson at 38. It's also a span of 272 days from the day after, because I'm going with like the update of the post as well, and of course Saturn 93 anyway. And Thelema, Aleister Crowley, Thelema equals 309 in Satanic Gematria Cipher. So numerology at 57. 272. Days left in the year 93 as well. Conspiracy 51. Now we're on to the correct one now. So, and then we had a time of 205, didn't we? Which I hadn't even touched on yet. Star Tours now, we got it correct. Star Tours is 52. Star Tours is 52, like 205, 25, government 52. Not sure any other parallel words of importance that goes with that, apart from time. Of course, NASA 33, from his birthday to the 30th of September, 3 months and 3 days. Yeah. And you still got, obviously, the Tisha B'Av number in there because it goes with the 83rd prime, 431, 13 weeks and 4 days. Not that that matters, but that is interesting. So NASA 33, we got the 205, Star Tours 52, the reflection of that. And again, if he's coming up with this yesterday, I'm sure Jesus Christ equals 151. And then he came up with this yesterday again with the Jesuit order within the Catholic Church. So I think Jesuit order equals 78. Some one of those. But yes, I'm sure you see, that's why they gave you this yesterday. It was Pi 29. Oh, because on the 30th you got 92 days left, not 93. Star Tours 92, of course. And Star Tours 44 in Jewish as well. Private round trips in the same cipher as your Jewish 44. We have 93. It should be pretty self-explanatory. And 92. So yeah, it just all comes together. Of course, Freemasonry 139. Got 1009 here. This is the main heading. In its totality. entirety. Is it advert? Oh. Make sure my finger's not over the mic. That wouldn't be good. That's why I keep checking my phone here and there, if you've noticed. Because the mic's kind of just there and the way I have my hand. Alright, so private road trips. Okay, that's where it was. 139 Freemasonry, 139. Going on about, colonizing and all that stuff still, and blah 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 blah. So Falcon 1 was, I think, one of the first ones he made, like, what was it, his prototype? Hold up. The event marked the 11th anniversary of the first successful orbital launch of SpaceX's first rocket, the Falcon 1, yeah? 158 like Freemasonry, so just chains in. That's how it's all woven in together. So 158 Freemasonry, same as Falcon 1. And of course, like they have the bird. And there's a lot of things via Egypt. That's why they're using the falcon and the eagles and stuff like that, on the dollar bill or the flags or whatever. Oh yeah, I thought that was funny. If you write out his famous quote, you can tell it's real because it looks so fake. Elon Musk quote, it equals 286, like 28/6, his birthday, 28th of June. That's quite funny still. Course order out of chaos. I didn't mean to really go with the 222, I don't think, so bear with me on that. Did I see something? Nah, I didn't. Nah. Alright, no worries. Get on to Warner von Braun. And in his technical feat for Mars, a book that he wrote, I'm sure that was the name. It's the 51st Prime 223, Conspiracy 51. He was born on the 23rd of March 233. Right, anyway. Mars, the Mars Project, where is it? Oh, Project Mars, a technical tale. Now, in a page in this book that was written 1952, when was Elon born again? Not 1952. I don't think he was. When was he born? Oh, that. I can't remember when he was born. His year now. I don't think it was 52. Anyway, well, he's 48, so no way is he born in 52. He was born in late 60 or something. Oh, 1971 or something. Oh, he's born in 71. 1971. Anyway, in this book, on a page, chapter 24, I'll try and zoom in here. The Marshall government was directed by 10 men, the leader of whom was elected by universal, suffrage, for 5 years, and entitled Elon. 2 houses of parliament enacted the laws to be administered by the Elon and his cabinet. Are you seeing this shit? Yeah, it truly is the Matrix. I mean, I can't express how much I really want to express it. Like, I can't, I can't express it enough. Damn. So, Project Mars, a technical tale 252, or the 205 at the time. Alright, on to this colourful clown called Tekashi 69. It's talking about could hide among secretive Amish community after grassing on brutal Bloods gangsters, experts claim. Okay, well, Bloods and Crips, that's all Hegelian dialect formed from, fucking hell. If you start looking into the Boulé and all that sort of shit, Ku Klux Klan to Nation of Islam and all that sort of shit, then you'll start to see the Hegelian dialect that was left, and then to kind of be seeded for other places, so to speak. Do you know what I mean? If that makes sense. So, as we say, what's the term? Follow fashion. Monkey see, monkey do. That's a well-known one. Follow fashion is more of a Jamaican term, as my parents are from there. So, let me rewind this tune because I really like it. Right. So, hide and seek, Tekashi. And just note the death numbers as we go through here. Yeah. So, death 213. Could be given witness protection, yabba yabba yabba. I mean, I don't follow all this stuff as such, I'm just quickly covering it, so I don't know how true or not, but going with what I kind of know now or understand, well, it's just some agent shit going on here. It's all for just something to talk about. I mean, do you believe that what's her face is really like a blood or whatever the fuck? Like what's her name? Cardi B? Bacardi B? Oh look, 47 years. Of course. So he pleaded guilty in the case in February and made a deal with the prosecutors of agreeing to testify against Anthony Harv Ellison and Aljamaiyah Newcomack in exchange for dodging a 47-year prison sentence. Of course, 47. Currently age 23, we'll get to that. Or maybe with the numbers pertaining to death, as in, obviously you got to think metaphorically, so obviously killing off his career and killing off stuff that he thought he could do in that sense as well. Be it true or not, but the character, you know. Just like Tupac, who died 213 days later on 139, September 13th. Remember, Freemasonry 139. His name Tupac Shakur equals 139. So Death 213, and he released his last album on 2/13, February 13th, and again he died 213 days later, and again Boulé, like Nation of Islam and all these characters, apart from I'd say Malcolm X, they are all Hegelian dialect, they're all fraud. Something else I was going to say as well, slipped my mind, but, and again, if you think that what's his name wasn't an agent somewhere along the line, think again. Yeah. So, Revelation 49. Amish 23 is currently age 23. And why are they going to be talking about it's a secretive thing that they do for, to give certain people, so they can kind of be like anonymous or whatever, and be on the D-Lo, down, undercover, whatever, in these type of, whatever community or whatever that they're saying here. My point is, why would you even be saying that? You know, obviously then he's not even there. They're just saying that he must be elsewhere if it was true. Like, why are you even going to be saying that? You're blowing the guy's cover now. Like, really? Clearly he can't be there. He's got to be elsewhere. Oh shit, I keep doing that. Sorry. So again, he's age 23, Amish, 47 years. Masonic compass, kicked out at you know what. Anyway, look, 74 is his name. And remember, rapper 74, Tupac, Jesus, Cross, Parables, Gematria, English, and more that I can't remember. I think I've got some slides coming up, but all equals 74. And this is why they do this. Now, I'm not saying that they was putting the Jesus look on this guy, but I'm saying for the other rappers, definitely, you know what I mean? Like Triple X, Tekashi, however you pronounce it. Nipsey Hussle, obviously. Again, questionable with certain things, but overall, if you look at what they're doing, that's what you need to look at. So then you're not wasting your emotions in the wrong way, you know, with what you're talking about and what you're looking at. Yeah. So if you look at it with this paradigm of thinking, then you know it's just better for you. So what is 74? Let me go back here. Sorry, one sec. Oops. Let me go back right here. So what is 74? For those new, of course. For those not new, just skip ahead. 5 minutes, no, 2 minutes, not even that, a minute. So, foundation, framework, authority, Christian, and of course, where this guy's dealing with court stuff, let's just go on to this side, because it does come up again on the other slide, so don't worry. Excuse me, I'm babbling. So, time 47, beast, obey, agent, that's why it's Agent 47 in Hitman, the game, and the film, obviously, Hitman, Agent 47. Judge 47, gavel, wig, that's what they wear. Radio, they're broadcasting the crazy madness. 47, that's why, as I like to say now, you know, well, I said it before, ages before I ever knew Gematria, but you know, north, east, west, and south, they're just spreading the bullshit everywhere. That's the news. So again, a big part of Freemasonry was started up in France, or part of it, when they, you know, probably formulated some new plans and probably carried over the Statue of Liberty from there to New York via the Scottish Rite Freemasonry crew and all that sort of stuff. That's why it's called New York. And a lot of 39s when it comes to New York, Brooklyn and New York and all that sort of stuff. But anyway, White House 47, government and pole star 47. Obviously pole star represents Polaris. Trump 47, Republican, Star of David, authority, president, framework, foundation. And be sure to look up Euclid. 47th problem about how to set foundation. So, and notes that in certain cultures they don't I don't know if it's just a Jewish one, I'm not sure, but anyway, certain ones that don't say God or write it down with the O, they use a hyphen. So just the excuse me. Shit. So just the G and the 7, and of course the fourth prime is 7, so there you have your 4774. So here they are again. Gematria, English, Jewish, Gospel, Parables, Cross, Messiah, Jesus, Jesus Christ, Tupac, rapper, etc. And if you apply this, you'll see, or if you catch other people's videos, you understand over time exactly what's going on. Some get it quicker than others, some may not. I would really like to know some people that have come across this stuff, you know, and then now they're getting the realization. I'd love to hear from those people in the comments one day. It would be great. And so again, propaganda 93, that's why they tell you the sun is 93 million miles away. Propaganda 93. Let me start again. Obviously, SUN and SON is in the sun. Yeah, so the reason why they tell you the sun is 93 million miles away is again because Saturn equals 93. And there's a lot of Saturn worship going on. Saturn is a keeper of time, as is the sun. So, where we go now? As is the sun. Nike is in the Nike. Nike equals 39. Big Apple, New York, Big Apple, 39 Times Square. Also note the Vesica Pisces, the woman of the universe is in Nike. I know a lot of it's to do with Venus and the Vesica Pisces and stuff. Vesica Pisces, Pisces. But anyway, Venus over an 8-year period traces out a concave pentagram in the sky, which is interesting to note. Because remember, these guys, like a lot of, I'm saying they're like just straight stuff, but the way they square the circle, what is it, 72 times 5, that's how many points you get around that. How does it go again, the radius bit of the circle? Sorry, 72. Anyway, just look it up, squaring the circle. Masonic stuff, just or occult stuff. So, 23.5 degrees, the compass legs, square and compass, to go to tropics of Cancer and Capricorn, Polaris at the top here, Pole Star 47, the North Star, which is the axis. So when I talk about, Earth's on its axis, it's basically just that, from Polaris, the pole. It's in the name. And this is why they like to play around with your polarity. And have you on the red and blue, and then down the polling station, and the rest of it. So again, the Hebrew name for God translated into 4 letters and articulated as Yahweh and Jehovah, WHYH JHVH, Yahweh Jehovah. But the main important bit is tetragrammaton. Key part of that is grammar, of course. Here we are dealing with geometry of the language, which is Gematria. A is 1, Z is 26. Reverse the alphabetical order. A is 26, Z is 1, and then bringing the rules of numerology forward and backwards, bringing down the double digits to a single digit. And then you have other ciphers, as you've seen outside of that. So again, I was mentioning the Talmud. First time seeing it, please Google about it. Talmud 1138 Baba Kamar. And just note, again, all the words that are equal to 113. And here we have a passage like this. It's the same with in Genesis 4:6, it begins with a sacrifice. In Gematria, sacrifice equals 46. That's why Kim Porter, P. Diddy, and that's why she died 46 days before her 47th birthday. Excuse me, I need to get a drink. Alright, so 6/9/74. He was born on May the 8th, so that's 5/8 in 96 as well. Of course, Saturn 6996 is called 69. Saturn's orbiting speed is 96.9 kilometers an hour. In septenary cipher, working for the number 7, basically up to 7 and back down to 1, up to 7 again. So it goes through the alphabet. Anyway, Daniel Hernandez equals 47. He's got a life lesson this year for 25, second one down. Life lesson of 25, we've got 20 weeks and 5 days to this new bit of article coming out. Intel about the situation. Now note the 67. Remember, there's a lot of death numbers here going on. As I said, Kill 59's in there as well. says here, maybe if you start a new life as a clown. I mean, look what they did. Oh my god. Tekashi. Right, so note, look, sacrifice 55. Note the 11:07 with the update time here. So look, here they have Death Wish. Let's bring it down here. Death Wish is the heading caption they're going with. And it's saying here, Tekashi 69 refuses witness protection. And this is on the 26th now, excuse me, because there was a couple of articles because I was, tracing what was going on. Before the Amish one, that's the latest that's just come out. So, Tekashi 69 refuses witness protection after snitching on Bloods gang members because he loves being famous. Okay. Now remember we had the 67. What was the 67 again? It's probably going to go there. Hide and Seek was 67. And now we've got because he loves being famous. 67th Prime 331. Blood Sacrifice. 67, 67th prime 331, Death 213, and the 213th prime is 1303. Drop the 0, it's the same difference. Now the 421 as well, because he loves being famous equals 421. And is this on the 26? This is on the 26. 26 prime is 101. Anyway. Not sure if I highlight it in a sec, but see I just said 421 because he loves being famous. From his birthday on the 8th of May 2019. This is to the 29th though with the Amish because I was just catching stuff because it's tying in. So 4 months and 21 days. Time 144. Mason 42. But anyway, 421. Did you see the time? 11:07. His real name Daniel Hernandez equals 117. Alright. 11:07. Yep, Daniel. Okay, Death Wish 47. He's dodging the 47 years. His name was 47 as well in septenary. I'm sure we had another 47 somewhere as well, or 74. Anyway. Death Wish 52, and we had the thing on the day, didn't we? 20 weeks, 5 days? What do we have? Shit, let's go back. To be concise, 20 weeks and 5 days from birthday to 29th. 29th, excuse me. Right, Death Wish 42 and refuses 42. What am I seeing here? Refuses 96, like we've gone through the 96 and 69s. 42, what did I do 42? I know there was a 20 weeks and 4 days without it checked on the date thing, so that might be why. Might not be, excuse me anyway. So what's this one? The jury was showing clips from 3 of his music videos showing him rap about drugs, sex and violence. Here is Bacardi Breezer. Now, here is the gorgeous takeaway. Now, if you've been paying any attention, you can see immediately. Uno, dos. 58 and 113. What do you say to that? He's born on the 8th of May. Here they are calling him here, the rapper rat. That's, oh man, there it is, rapper rat. Rapper rat equals 113. Tour mood, we've just gone through that. And look, rapper rat, this is for September 18th. Look, rapper rat, you've got the update of 11:30. It's shit like that, man. You just, what do you say to that? So here it is again. In case you didn't see it before. I gotta see that again. That's fucking hilarious. It's a rapper, 58. He's born on the 8th of May. Yeah, Tekashi 69. Rapper at equals 113. Here they are, updating the post at 11:30. That's fucking hilarious, man. Because it's all pantomime and bullshit. Or even if it's not, this is my point, even if it's not, because we've got different situations, so I'm just talking about the whole scope, to be fair. Regardless if it's true or not, they sprinkle it with this shit to keep it induced in the pasa and just never not knowing who the fuck, why, what, and where you are. So, Raparat. Ratty. Alright. Oh, man. Oh. From his birthday to the day of this one is the 133. See how that comes back around? I'm sure we had the wording because he loves being famous equals 133. Yeah. You see how they do it. So now from his birthday to this post on the 18th of September is 133 days, man. Pfft. Case closed. What do you say to that? Ding 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 ding. Yeah. Sun out with some flavors. Dealing with the matter. When all said and done, you're gonna quote these words and provoke these herds. If you talk truth, you know you won't be first. But I gotta spread love because they hold these cursed. To make your boat reverse. See burst. Make your cold dreams worse. When all said and done, you're gonna quote these words. When all said and done, you're gonna quote these words and provoke these hurts. If you talk truth, you know you won't be first. But I gotta spread love because they hope these cursed. Thirst. Your whole scene burst.